It's all over. Some tea, governor.
There's a yellow-bellied black snake in a barbecue!
Welcome back. This is the Indulgence podcast. We've been away for 4 years, and we finally decided... Yeah, 4 years, man. How does it feel?
Fuck me.
You get old.
I know.
Yeah?
Like 80.
And when this started, I was only but a wee boy.
A wee boy.
Without a beard.
Innocent of the world. And
Sparkle
then
in
a
my
priest
eye.
put his hand on my shoulder.
And in my
then
butt.
another hand on my shoulder. And he poked me in the small of my back. Well, I suppose introductions after such a long period of time are kind of needed. I'm the Scarecrow, and my original co-host, and still with us here, is Cortal.
Sup?
How does it feel, man? Seriously, 4 years since we've done this.
I know. I thought it was 2.
Really?
You're terrible.
I don't know maths.
You've got a fucking kid.
Yeah, you've got a kid that's 3.
Yeah, and its age matches the time between when we last did the podcast and now.
Yeah, seems about right.
Yeah, now that you put it into that perspective, suddenly years are there. It's this weird thing like time works or something.
And that man bringing Corthel some knowledge is our...
Knowledge. You need it to be able to give it, and I do not have it.
All right, well, common sense then, is our new co-host, Mr. Beeves. How are you?
I am fucking hungover.
Yeah.
You have picked the best day ever to put me on a
You knew
podcast.
about this for a week.
That's not fair. that's not fair. You're saying that like I wasn't gonna get drunk on a Saturday. I knew that months in advance.
Alcohol doesn't know time constraints.
Well,
You say that you're like, oh, you knew about that podcast. Well, yeah, I also knew about that fucking whole entire case of cider that was in my fridge. Didn't stop me from drinking the fuck out of it. It was amazing though. Although I'll to be fair, I didn't drink the whole thing. I only drank half of it yesterday.
you're saving the other half for when?
Well,
once this is
I was gonna hair of the dog it today, but then I realized because I actually had, what was it? I went to bed at about 3 this morning, and then I woke up at about 5 with a headache. So I
Okay.
came out, used the last remaining straw in my house to shotgun a cider with my codeine, and then I went back to bed. Any doctors listening, please write in. Tell me how wrong that was. Or even people who even know anything about codeine, because I'm pretty sure that was not right. But
Just
it
a
worked.
little bit.
It worked. I still feel like shit, but I was going to feel like shit anyway.
I'm surprised you're not hair of the dogging it at the moment. Just
The only reason I'm not is because 3 Barocca tablets in water was just consumed about 20 minutes ago, and that does not go well with cider. I've tried before.
It doesn't?
I actually tried having a Barocca in a cider once. That was horrendous. Do not recommend. You're not going to get that sweet apple taste. You're just going to vomit. That's pretty much it.
well, okay. There's some free advice for listeners of the podcast.
Absolutely.
Well, I suppose like after 4 years, what is it that we're going to do here?
Same shit, different day.
Talk shit,
Yeah.
eat food,
Yeah.
vomit, drink.
Well, I'd
Sorry,
I'd
no,
like
this
to
is my
avoid-
normal Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, in that case, well, why don't we just jump into a topic? What Corthel mentioned earlier, because I write everything down. Course correcting spelling to his dad.
Yeah, that was
so
good.
what's the
Which
deal
is
with
funny.
this?
Which is funny. Can I just throw this in? Because as a person who chats to him all the fucking time, he has the worst goddamn spelling of anyone I've ever fucking
Typos don't count.
Typos totally count.
They do. So what's the deal? Like,
Oh.
what is this about?
What's that dude? The man. He's like
What
the old
do things?
The old 50 star man. He's got his hands up.
Oh, like the meme holding
Yeah,
up
yeah,
his hand
you're.
saying "you're."
Yeah, I send that to everyone
Y-O-U
now.
apostrophe R-E.
So I sent that to my dad because he told me you're wrong. And then he said that I couldn't have things anymore.
So because you've corrected his spelling, he's now just like, nah, fuck you. Whatever
Yeah.
you were going to get, you're
Yeah.
not getting it anymore.
Pretty
Fair,
much.
if my child disrespected me like that, he'd either get the backside of my hand or backside of my car.
Backside of your car?
Well, I mean, if you run
What,
over
you
them,
just get a
if you reverse over them, you can say it's an accident. But if you drive over them,
Oh, you
can
said
be like,
car.
Yeah.
I thought you said the backside of my cock. I'm like, if you're doing that to your own child, there's something wrong.
There's a backside to it.
I guess.
Isn't it, wouldn't it be like the underneath? Like,
No, I
you know,
suppose. See,
it's-
I was thinking like backside would be like the opposite end of the head, and then you're just like, how the fuck would you do that?
well, you'd basically be slapping
Maybe
them
I'm
with
thinking-
like the
maybe I'm wrong,
area
because-
between like your balls and the shaft.
Balls in my shaft.
Lots
Yeah,
of
yeah,
difference.
like that connecting.
There is a
thing.
vast difference between that and the.
Vast deference. You
Yeah,
get it? You get it?
Fuck's sake, I signed up for this shit again.
Not my fault.
Was that intentional? Because if not, that was fucking good.
I did it. I will admit it.
All right, well, fine.
I'm amazed I
fine.
didn't get fisted for it.
You know what I'm going to do? Fine. If you want to do that, I'm going to give you something on a platter. Explain to me why, written in the topics here, I have, why is Korth such an asshole when it comes to playing games? Please, enlighten me.
Don't even get me fucking started.
No, I'm starting.
No, I
it.
know you've
No.
gotten me started. I'm saying that because this is going to take a while. Right.
That's a nice shiny bow you have there. It would be a shame if I were to loot it.
Yeah, well,
Oh, God, this is Path of Exile, isn't it?
this motherfucker was like bitching at me for I think about 3 days. I'm throwing it out there. About 3 days on Facebook chat. And if anyone else deals with him on Facebook chat, it's fairly constant.
Yeah.
And every couple hours, it'd be, hey, have you played Path of Exile yet? Have you downloaded it yet? Have you tried it yet? And I was not interested, to be honest. Like,
Well, it's a pretty good game,
looked
but
good.
yeah, it's-
It looked good, but it's, I'd played a few games like it, and so I felt like it didn't need it. I didn't need it. I really didn't, because I was like, you know what, I've got other games to play. But finally, I didn't want to hear him anymore, so I downloaded the fucking thing and played with him for like a good couple of hours. Would have been about 5 hours.
Give or
Yeah,
take.
yeah.
that
I've
was
actually
good.
I've actually got some audio from you guys.
Oh
Playing
yeah,
that.
well there would have been a lot of yelling. I mean, I'd be amazed if I didn't blow out every fucking speaker you have. But it was
little
still
bit.
fun. It was fun. There might have been a lot of yelling, but it was fun. And so I was really I mean there was a lot of things I didn't like about it, but I got used to those. And then I was like, hey, did you want to play again? Because fuck it, I'm enjoying it now. Let's play again. And he's like,
Yeah.
nah, playing WoW. And I was like, really? You're going to do that?
Because he's a serial offender with this. Like,
He
I've
has
come
done
across
it
this as well.
several times to me, and I've never fucking learned. My favorite is when he gets me to join his fucking guild in a game. And I'm not saying this like, oh, there's a specific game,
No.
because he's done it a couple of times.
Yeah.
I joined the fucking guild. I even help run the fucking guild. And then, like, I'll be sitting there, I'll be like, Gothel, you haven't logged in for like a month, which is fine for a normal player, but you're the leader. And we need things to be, like, triggered that you need for, like, in-game for the guild to be able to do it. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm not really playing that anymore. Like, thanks for telling me. Thanks for giving me, like, leadership or something so I could, keep shit rolling. You're like, yeah, and I've also run out of sub now because I didn't tell you for a month. So you can either have my account and pay for a sub, and I'm like, yeah, no, you can go fuck yourself. Is usually my answer because you're a dick.
I know. It's great.
You've managed to become a professional
okay,
douchebag,
I remember.
and I say that in the flirtiest, cutest way possible. But fuck
'Cause-
you.
Okay, let's run through the games he's done this to you. There's Path of Exile most recently.
Path of Exile would be the most recent.
I'm coming back to that. I explained my reason.
Shit.
No, I will admit that his reasoning is at least somewhat coherent. This
Yep.
time.
Yep.
So that's I can see him potentially coming back.
No, I full well intend on. I'm doing it
I
today,
know,
this
you
afternoon.
full well intend on a lot of things, but it rarely happens.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. I'll see if that happens. The other
Star
one,
Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
No.
No?
no, actually, well, sort of.
I left after everyone else had left in Tor. I was there till the very fucking end,
Okay.
except
He
you were
left-
never in the guild, like, afterwards when I quit.
Yeah, he left at about the same time as everyone, but I just happened to keep playing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whereas
okay,
usually what happens
Is I leave, then everyone
he
else
leaves, and then that means that everyone else has to leave because he's got the leadership and we can't get it off of him. And it's amazing how much you can't send a ticket in and be like, our guild leader's an asshole. Can we get the leadership off of him? A lot of the time they don't really want to fucking deal with it, so they don't do it. The first one that I think it really occurred in was Ion.
But
Oh, yeah.
But
that
we
was-
were talking about it, and even though it was a mega dick move, there was somewhat of a
There was somewhat, there was
legitimate reasoning
reason for it.
excuse.
But the thing that really made that one stand out to me was the fact that I made the mistake not only of joining the guild and having that happen, but then I was like, fuck, what do I do now? I know, I'll join his brother's guild.
Oh, God.
Oh,
the
what?
same thing
His
happened.
brother does exactly the same fucking thing 2 weeks fucking later. Yeah, that's perfect. And then I ended up having to find some other random guild. And then I think the next game that he tried to get me to play, I was just like, you know what? Fuck off.
You know who else did that? When I started playing Final Fantasy with your guild.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it
all I could
imploded.
do- and then it imploded. And I was
After I built a fucking website for them.
suck it. Now you know what it feels like, you potential dick.
Potential dick. So he's basically in that quantum
Well,
state of being a dick.
I'm waiting to see what happens with Path of Exile.
No, I'm actually playing this
I'm
afternoon
not-
with Dylan.
I'm,
okay.
I'm
You
not
were in for it.
Yeah,
going
I'll
to
be
presume
interested.
anything, but prepare to have your heart broken.
Oh, it's been broken many a time by this bastard.
Yet you keep going back to him. You're like a battered spouse.
I'm an addict.
I'm a
an
violent
addict.
lover.
You've never seen his dick. It's fantastic.
Me neither. Hello, NSA.
What do you mean? They're already monitoring my computer, most likely.
Well, you got a free Apple product according to the virus that's
Yeah,
popping
that's
up.
true.
Yeah.
It's probably the NSA being like, oh, make it look like we're an Apple virus.
They're targeting the wrong person.
Yeah.
I mean, my whole thing is like, fine. I don't care if someone's monitoring my computer. If anything, I'm just glad I'm giving someone a laugh because they're either going to be laughing or going to see a psychiatrist based on my searches. So, you know, that's something that they'll have to deal with.
Well, they're laughing on the way to the psychiatrist.
Yeah, well, that's another
like-
thing. Why am I finding this funny now? I used to be so disgusted.
There
What's
was-
wrong with me?
There was this thing called Brofist. I opened it. It wasn't what I expected. That was something that Course and Beeves brought up just before we started.
It was a great
Which
thing.
one of you wants to explain what it is?
Yeah.
Seeing
I
it-
think my
seeing as I
explanation
can't
was a
link it-
fairly
yeah.
straightforward explanation. It was essentially what you'd expect a 69 would be with only involving two dudes fisting each other.
Well,
Yeah.
it was
in
no,
the
it was a
arse.
bit different because it
Well-
was two guys on their knees in like doggy style position, facing opposite directions with one arm back.
It was
in
the
each
yin
other's
and yang
palms.
of
Yeah, it was
like,
the yin and yang of butt fists.
Yeah.
It was pretty harmonic.
You'd hate
It
for
was
a-
pretty impressive.
you'd
It was
hate-
actually very well done.
You'd hate for a wasp or a spider or something to crawl across the floor there. You'd just
I-
imagine how quickly they'd freak out. And
No, they
I
just
kind of
put it up there
as
as well.
horrible as this sounds, I kind of want to see them do like that version of wheelbarrow racing. Like,
Put both hands in.
yeah, both hands in.
Run,
If you
boys,
fall out of
run.
if you fall out of your partner, you're disqualified.
Or if you perforate a bowel, then you
Yeah,
fuck.
then you fucked. We just, you just have an ambulance on standby that are probably messed up in the head already.
What the
Based
hell
on
would you even call that? An anal barrow race?
Yes, that's perfect for it, in fact.
oh, jeez.
He's cheating. He's only using one hand.
Did you hear about what happened to the guy that did all that? He actually became the meme and all that shit for
The what?
the one that did the pepper spray into all the college students. The one that
Oh yeah.
Apparently, I'm pretty sure he got money for basically the trauma of dealing with becoming a meme.
An internet meme.
Yeah.
He got compensation for becoming an internet
I'm not
meme.
100% sure, and I think someone should Google that.
What?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. You know that? Yeah, he got because the college students, they got compensation I think a bit ago. Like they got something it wasn't much either. Like it was really quite small considering. But I think this guy's turned around now, and only recently I think he actually got compensation or something for. I think it might have been distress or shit like that.
Distress.
Then
for
you've
becoming
got
an
fucking
internet
people
meme.
like that Boxy slut. Who, well, I don't fucking like her, but she had to change her name and shit. From what I've heard, she had people coming around her house.
Well,
Where's
that's
her
the thing.
compensation?
As soon as you invoke 4chan...
She's obviously not a police officer, so that's the problem. See, they get paid vacation when they do shit wrong.
Whereas she's just got mental distress and everything.
Yeah, so that means they don't give a shit about it. That's how America does things. If it's a mental disorder, we'll just ignore it.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
fairness.
Yeah.
Okay, our producer here, Beck, has some information for us.
I Googled the cop compensation thing. Apparently,
Yep.
the protesters got 30 grand each. The cop got paid out 38 grand.
I'm right with that.
He got a little bit more.
I mean,
Nice. So it was an extra $8,000 for actually spraying some uppity
the
students.
fact that he got any compensation is mind-blowing to me.
Well,
Considering
do you think
if
it's more that he got blowback? That maybe he got a little bit of pepper spray on him and he was distressed
that's
as well?
self-inflicted though. That'd be like getting money
Shooting yourself
for-
in the foot.
Yeah, exactly.
He got the payout for moderate psychiatric distress caused by outrage against his pepper spray action.
Oh, really? No
Oh,
shit.
oh.
So basically, I got paid money for acting like a cunt.
Yeah.
And people calling me out on it.
Okay.
See,
well, doesn't that explain...
Apparently, I
Hold
can make
on.
38 grand by going to a college
Hold
and
on.
pepper spraying people.
I
So
think that
I might
explanation covers
have
every
my weekend
politician in the
covered.
world, though, doesn't it? Getting paid for being a cunt?
That's true.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
There's an entire-
He's earned the money
yeah.
in that mind. In that
I'm
mindset.
pretty sure that's how the ACT became its own state.
It's not a state. It's territory.
It's a
Territory.
Oh,
I just got schooled by an idiot, so I feel bad.
I lived there
right,
for like
well-
6 months.
Oh yeah.
okay. Well, let's go to the idiots topic. Something I know
The
he
idiots
wants to
of
talk
old.
about. The Xbox One and PS4 launch.
It does.
So
soon.
yeah, like you'll get
Wait,
an
PS4
Xbox
is
One.
already out in the States, isn't it? Just
Certainly
not here.
is.
It's
Is it
29th.
out here yet?
No, it's the 29th here.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
released on the 29th.
Is Xbox One going to be international?
That's 22nd worldwide.
International
World War.
launch.
Who gets it first then?
I
New
think it is
Zealand.
legit. Yeah, New Zealand does.
New Zealand gets
That's
it. And
awesome.
then we get
Because I was going to
2
say
hours
usually
later.
it's New Zealand and then us.
Well, that
that
would
get
explain why my New Zealand friend was able to play it already.
Oh,
Yeah, it
did
would
he
be
get
too.
to go to the?
No, he works for JB, and he got to play
got
the
to go to a
function
night.
thingy,
Yeah.
and he was telling me about
What are they-
Titanfall and how awesome it is.
Are they like?
Okay.
Are you able to sign up? Like, are you able to sign on to Xbox Live? Like, if say you got yours early somehow, like,
No.
No.
There was because there were stories going around where people did get early
'Cause,
versions
yeah,
somehow.
Target
Target sent
early.
out their orders.
Or you
They
can
sent
sign
out
into Xbox
200
Live because it doesn't
yeah.
recognize it apparently. But these
200
people were
orders
doing
were put out
videos
early.
Oh, okay.
and their videos because they're retards and they got their accounts banned.
Oh, okay. That
Well,
makes more sense.
actually,
because I was
the-
thinking it'd be.
The biggest story was through Reddit and NeoGAF. That one guy got his, he plugged it in, put it on. He actually made videos of him booting it up and showing that it, like in 17 seconds it
Yeah.
goes from flat start through to into your profile, and then something like 5 seconds from standby to into profile into game.
That's pretty decent.
But he put all these videos up
my
because he
computer
got it
speeds.
early. Yeah, it's really
Still prefer my computer.
yeah, I know. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
But what had happened is, seeing as he got it early, he downloaded the update and confirmed it was 500, half a gig for the day one update, everything like that.
Random question before I forget.
Yes.
Can you change the hard drive in the Xbox One?
Nope.
No, you cannot.
How big is the standard hard drive in?
Five-
It's
500.
500 gig.
Same as the
500
PlayStation
gig.
4. Yeah.
500
half a
gig.
terabyte.
How much a game's going to? How big a game's
Well,
gonna
that's
be?
one
Depends.
thing that
Biggest
he
I've seen
actually
was
bought-
43.
43 gig, and that
See,
was NBA 2K14.
That
Seems silly. Yeah.
is very silly considering how much they want to push for digital.
Have you
distribution.
seen the way that you have to change the PlayStation one though?
Oh,
It's
not saying
easy.
it's not.
I mean,
saying
it's doable,
easy.
but it's
doable,
not
but
easy.
That actually requires a bit of
knowledge.
I mean, you'd want to, you'd want to do it with someone who has done it before with a computer or something. Like it's pretty much like
Because I was watching him in the CEO dude or the person
it's not
unboxing
like
it, and he's like,
they're
and there's
just
the
like,
hard drive
yeah, look,
after
we'll just go
50
through
other
this
components
process
are out.
that isn't as easy as you'd expect.
Like that's
Like,
the thing. It was like pulling
being
a
said-
rabbit or all the handkerchiefs out of his hat. It just kept going, and you're like, dude, I could open up my computer case in 3 steps. What the fuck?
What I don't get right is that my computer does it. My computer's years old, but like towers these days, your hard drive, you've got the quick release hard drive.
Yeah,
you just
all
go
that sort of
snap,
shit.
that's it.
Yeah, and you just like pop them in and out. Why the hell don't they have something like that? If they're going to make it that you can change
The
it,
360
have it.
does, which is why it's a bit weird. Because the
Yeah, and
360, I
that's
can
the
just
other
go
thing, the 360,
pull it out.
The 360 does it. It's weird that they don't do it with the Xbox
Yeah.
One.
Well, maybe they do, and they're just not telling us.
Maybe, well, that's true. But it just seems odd to me that they turn around and be like, here's 500 gig. By the way, we're pushing for digital distribution where each game's probably going to be a tenth of your drive. So you're going to get about 10
that's
games.
the big thing.
It all depends.
The 43
Roughly,
gig size
I guess.
was NBA 2K14. The
AC4 is
average
only
size-
10.
Yeah.
Is that on
average-
Xbox One?
Yeah.
The
yeah.
average size of
Okay.
games is actually
10 to
They
15.
roughly
'Cause is
worked
it-
it out 10 to 15 gig.
What type of disc do they use now?
They're
Blu-ray.
using Blu-ray.
They are using Blu-ray?
Dual
'Cause
layer.
Because isn't Blu-ray like 50 gig?
Well, that makes me sad.
it can have-
Potentially.
Yeah,
Potentially.
50 gig, I think, dual layered one-sided.
Okay.
So,
What my point, what my thing is though, is if I was to, for example, buy an Xbox One but not buy a single game
And
like
then-
on like a physical game,
and then download it.
how long would I like go before I'd actually have to either, I guess, start uninstalling previous games and shit?
Well,
'Cause
that's the thing. It all depends. I'd reckon pretty much on what games you're going to be playing at one time. Like, say you download Assassin's Creed 4 when you get the console, you play through that and you're happy with it, and then you grab a whole bunch of other games. You're not really playing Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah,
you can
but
just kind of.
What I like about
Although,
physical, this is
actually,
why I
I
like
know.
physical games, like the copies, because it means that if I did want to play that and it's like 2 years later,
You can just reinstall
I can
from
just
the
literally
disc.
slap the disc in and I can play. Whereas if I was to have to uninstall, I'd have to reinstall the fuck.
You have to reinstall all of
Yeah.
them on the PS4 and Xbox One anyway. They
Yeah.
all require installation,
that's
even
right.
from disc.
That's right.
Yeah, although from what the reports are inside,
Is that full
something
game?
like 45 seconds or something?
It's really quick.
From
It
putting the
installs
disc
like
in.
fucking real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
once
just
the
probably copies
install
the disc.
starts, it's usually 45
Well,
seconds to a minute,
So
and
what
then you
you're
can
saying,
start playing the game.
So what you're saying is there's no difference between the physical copy and, or sorry, there is, because you've just got the copy of
Yeah.
it and you can just slap it in, sort of thing. But what I mean when I say no difference is I would have to install the same size files from a disc
no,
onto
like
the...
if you're using the disc, it installs a set amount of files.
Oh,
that
okay,
uses
so it does-
for
yeah,
access.
So you
Okay.
still use the disc.
But that's okay though,
yeah.
because you could leave that on there a lot more than say the entire game.
But as
Yeah.
producer just found out, it is an
It
Isn't stuttering.
non-replaceable drive.
It is
but
a-
supports USB 3.0 external support, which is great for me because I'm just going to connect my NAS up to it.
Yeah, and then you're going to have.
They've got 2 terabyte plus, so
Yeah.
I'm set.
Yeah.
But that's for someone like me.
Well, that's the one thing is that
get 2
Xbox are
terabyte.
pushing for that, and they're saying that if you have other games, then just hook up an external hard drive
That
and install
actually
them
is
to
pretty cool.
that.
Because then,
if you
yeah.
can install straight to the external, I'd have an external
And
just sitting in
you
there.
can take
plugged
it
in
with
constantly.
you.
Well, you can
You can take it
do
with
that
you.
with
You can take it with
friends,
you.
and you can
Yep.
have all
Yeah.
your games. Oh,
Because it's your profile just goes across
Goes
to the other
across, yeah.
consoles.
Yeah, and that's one
That
thing
actually-
you can do
okay,
with
that
the
actually is-
360, isn't it?
Yep.
That you can install games straight to an
Okay,
external
that
hard
actually
drive.
I've
makes a
never
lot more sense,
installed
and I
games.
actually-
though.
And you
I
can
like
play
that.
them off that. I have
Yeah.
done that.
It's really- it works really well.
This is.
I hope the
I'm
PS4
too
does
hungover
that.
to do the maths of this, but
Okay.
how many? Is it 1,000? It's 1,000 gig in a terabyte, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, 1024.
Yeah,
if you're going,
if we want to be
special.
technical.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Let's go with
Mr.
1,000.
System Admin over there.
So that'd be 2,000. So you'd be able to get a lot of games on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a few. No, I like that. That makes a lot more sense.
I hope
Yeah.
the because the PS4 is the same. You need to install from disk, so I hope
Yeah.
that they allow that as well. I
Well,
haven't seen anything.
See, that's what I'm
there
interested,
was word
'cause-
that they were going to do the same. So,
But
you know,
Do
from
they
what
have
I've
the
been
same
seeing
sort of
is-
system for game profile and stuff?
for game,
I don't know.
Yeah,
like
your personal
transferring
profile
across.
between consoles.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you have like an?
I think you do.
But do you
have-
also? The other thing is because doesn't is there a degree of like DRM with the whole installing to your profile and shit?
No, it
No.
just installs locally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's still PC that is so fucked by that.
So if you're installing it to the hard drive, it's just installed to that hard drive.
both Microsoft and Steam have got their family sharing. Like Microsoft
Yeah.
is still coming together
Well,
with their family
okay.
sharing,
This-
and Steam have already got their family sharing in beta, which is
I'm guessing
proving to be
that's I'm guessing that's a thing with digital.
Yeah.
And so, okay, here's my thing with physical. Is it
better.
still a benefit to get physical because you can just take that to wherever the fuck you want? Or is there some form of locking it down once you've installed it to a console?
Well, technically, there
With
is
family
technologies out
sharing,
there.
no point.
Yeah.
Once family
I
sharing
know
comes
once,
in.
yeah, I know once
Yeah.
family sharing.
But
But my
once
point is like,
without it-
my point is, for example, where we were talking about with the getting
Yeah.
everything installed onto your hard drive,
It's
the
more
portable
with
one.
keys. Like that's the only way that they're really able to stop
Yeah.
people from sharing games is through keys. I kind of still agree with the idea of if you purchase a game and you install it on your hard drive, you use the key, you've got everything unlocked. A friend of yours borrows a disc, they're able to buy the key through a game
Yeah,
store and install it through the disc. That's actually good. That means that you can help a
No,
friend get
Depends
through.
on the game.
No, see, to me, because my whole thing with buying like with console and the reason I bought it was because a lot of my friends had the same console.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's just because I've grown up with the consoles. I view it as if I've got a game and it's a
Yeah.
multiplayer game. So I'm going to use Halo as an example because it's a very universal one. One of the big things I remember with the first Halo was I would take it to a friend's place.
Full console?
And you could have 4 players on the same
Yeah.
fucking console, play it on his, no problem, and then I could bring it home.
Oh, yeah.
That was my main benefit. That's the only thing that I've always loved about consoles was multiplayer.
Most of the time, the online multiplayer
That's
or
still able to be
specific
done.
single player content.
Well,
is
that's what
locked
I-
with
You
the
just
key.
need to sign into your
Yeah.
account.
And
on
that's
that other
assuming
console.
a game has fucking on one console multiplayer these days. Because I mean,
Most of
even
it's
on 360,
two screen.
it's
Yeah.
it's
dual
either two screen max now or
Not at all.
Not at all. It's
Yeah.
all fucking online, or at most you've got the system link.
I know Halo's still split screen because I've been doing it.
that is one thing that is I've always noticed that Halo will always seem to have the 4 players.
And also Call of Duty. The Call of Duty.
Just Call of
series
Duty, yeah,
stuff.
because I've never played a Call of Duty on console.
Call of Duty.
I know.
I will
same
add
here.
to that.
I
I have played Call of Duty. I will admit that. I play
I think I've only played Modern Warfare 1 and 2, and that was on PC purely because I was like, people have raved about this. Fucking give it a
Modern
shot.
Warfare 1 was my big first FPS for online.
Yeah,
It was
it's-
I loved that game and it was a really good game. It did, however, I think start the breeding of the fucktards.
Oh yeah.
That have now permeated COD on both console and PC.
Have permeated the world
And
online.
they are some of the worst. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying that it's only that game. There
they're
are
everywhere.
Halo
playing,
even.
I've
has
been
their
playing
own
Payday 2
version.
recently. That's been in it. That's
Yeah.
just
And then
watching
you've got-
a guy, you zip tie 10 hostages. So you've got them all stuffed in the bank and they're zip
We're
tied.
still
They're not
talking
going
Payday, right?
anywhere. And one guy just comes through who's just joined the game and then shoots all of the hostages in the head. Means that he's wiped out maybe 50 grand that he's going to get in cash at the end of the mission. And you're like, dude,
See,
if
that's
one
the
of us
cockback
dies,
kind of
we
thing
can
I'd do.
trade them. Yeah, I know that's what you do.
But see, the thing is, like, I don't mind doing shit like that with my friends because I know how they'll react.
Like when it's with us.
But when I do that to someone random, I feel bad.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. And then I realize I don't care.
You're just like, la, la, la.
There's about 2 seconds there where I'm like, that was kind of dick move. And then I'm like, oh, I don't really know this person, so I don't really care that much.
And then they go and off
I'll try
themselves.
You're a
not to be
compassionate being, you
I'll
know
try
that?
not to be worse.
Yeah.
But
All right. Well,
of all the fucking games though, to have like a bad, well, not a bad community, but I'd say a interesting community. And by interesting, I mean fuckheads. LOL.
oh yeah.
But not
Jesus
just LOL.
Christ.
I will say it's not just LOL.
Dota.
It's MOBAs. MOBAs in general, I've noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the way they're designed.
I'll put my hand up. I've never played one of those games ever.
They
Really?
are
It's-
amazing games,
They
and
are.
the community is full of fucktards.
But that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's not the sort of game I play. I'm not a big RTS fan.
But
I
see,
just
it's not-
don't give a shit.
No, but
It-
see, the thing I'd say is that it's actually great for people who don't play RTS
because it's not an RTS.
It's more micromanaging one hero at a time.
But see,
which
that-
is so
I've-
much. It's a very.
I've seen the
different-
community and I've watched everything
Oh,
that's happened
I
around
would
it
never
over the last
suggest.
few years.
I would never
Yeah.
turn around and say, "Hey, you know what you should do? You should play League of Legends for the community."
Well, no, it's the fact I won't play it because the community
Yeah.
is there.
Well, see, that's the only reason I
can't
play
really
LOL
the
is 'cause
game
it has bots
without.
in it.
interacting with them.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get into it and play it without dealing with these fuckwits.
Well, no,
So-
you can. You can play with friends with bot, but that's all I do, and that's why I don't have rank and shit like that. Is just because I play with fucking friends.
Who
in bot.
gives a shit what rank you are? Like,
No, that's the thing. I don't.
Yeah.
The only reason I like getting the rank is because the way it's designed, because it's free to play. You get like at the end of a match, you get things like XP, which goes towards leveling up your sort of
Character
overall
and skills,
character
yeah.
thing. You also get this stuff called IP, which is it's. I can't remember. I think it's like something points.
Internet points.
Yeah, internet points. Let's go with internet points. You can get heroes and stuff with that. So I want those points.
Because internet is awesome.
All right. Court's also brought up a really kind of interesting thing. We've got a massive storm heading right for us.
Yay.
So we're going to bash through this and try and get this done before the power goes out.
I do.
Hey. That's, we're doing this in my place. My place is now offended because you've said that it's going to lose power. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, but that doesn't mean you have to make that assumption.
Watch as I fail to give a shit. Okay. The
I just
other
don't
thing,
want
though,
lightning through
about
my
the-
lips.
Like one thing
It'll
that-
happen.
One thing that did happen, though, with the launch of the PS4, which is really sad to see, is just potential hardware issues have come up. And luckily,
There's a few
prior to
now.
all of this, Sony have actually come up and they've done really good. They're getting onto everybody, which was a big issue at first. But it's actually good to see all of these online communities stop trolling one another and actually go, well,
No, there's
here's
still
the
a lot of
links.
trolling.
There's still a lot of fucking
There's
trolls.
still a lot of trying. There
Okay,
were
that's-
some people that were being good about it and stuff. Like there were a lot that were trying to.
Well, like
be
that's the
good,
thing. Microsoft
but-
even put the branch out and said congratulations to Sony on the launch of the PS4.
Personally, I was hoping they would say that, be like, and then put a picture of one failing. That would have been beautiful.
Like,
Well,
that would've been
to be
funny.
fair, Sony did that. Like the Sony
They
guys
do
did
it.
the
That's
exact
how-
same
that's-
shit.
that's
So
they do the
Yeah.
same.
shots,
I
motherfucking fired.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it's definitely not their version of Ring. Well, it doesn't look to be shaping up to be their version
Yeah.
of Red Ring of
At
Death.
the
It looks
moment,
like
it looks
just happens
like-
to be a vocal minority that have actually
That was
had
the
values.
blue one though. There's like so many others that are
that, well,
happening.
that was
Well,
the
see,
one
that's
thing
the
I
other
saw
thing.
this
It's just-
morning is
it's
that there's the
power.
white line,
Yep.
which means that
But here's the thing, right? There are multiple things.
Yeah.
But for
There-
the number that they've been like reported failures, it's something like 0.4% of the
That was the
consoles
blue
that are
ones.
out.
It's actually
Yeah.
grown quite.
Oh, is there
a bit.
other?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I thought that was including all hardware
well,
faults.
that's the
It's
thing.
just that
the
blue
blue
one. Okay.
line,
So
the
the
blue
blue one is
line going
negligible, like
white
nothing.
is HDMI
Are you
connection.
sure though?
Yeah.
'Cause-
HDMI connection, and that can be based on whether the HDMI connector, there's a small piece of metal in the connector plate which slightly lifts. If that lifts, the HDMI connector can't actually plug in correctly all the way, and it has issues just transferring the signal. That's all the error is. And
HDMI
there's been a lot of
no.
people who've already put up guides to be able to fix it if
Yep.
they're willing to at home, which is really cool.
I
But recent,
I
but
didn't
only
realize there was more faults. I thought there was.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I
I
think
knew
it
there was
was,
multiple hardware issues, but I
yeah.
thought that the like I didn't think it was
Well,
that big
it
a number,
was-
and it was
it
actually
was,
still falling within a normal release.
late
of
last night, early this
technological item.
morning, the red line has come up, which was first seen at
Why
the
do they always
Paris.
pick red? It's a terrible color.
I know.
It always fails.
It's kind of the
Don't-
sign of
just don't put a
warning,
red light in
holy
your fucking
shit.
console, and then you're good.
Well, that's the thing. The PS3 had the yellow light of death. That makes it seem like amber. That's this is a concern.
Amber alert.
Yeah, this is a concern.
could
Nothing-
be
Chance
problem.
that you're gonna die, but yes, there's only a chance.
Yeah. But with the red line, it was first seen at Paris, and it was from a console overheating.
Did it
And so-
surrender? Should have been a white line.
Yeah.
We.
Well, and goodbye to anybody who is French listening.
We.
You're just going to say, is that as much French as you know?
Bonjour.
We.
Okay. Well,
I give up.
the first words of French ever translated to English. But yeah, the red line's come up, which seems to be an overheating issue. A lot of people have shown it. Sony have actually said, it's overheating. Turn it off. Give it 10 minutes. Just, let the console cool down.
I would like to know
And
how
move
long it took to
into the-
overheat, though.
Move it into the open. Well, one guy...
Because if you're, it's a difference between I've been streaming on Twitch for 18 hours with the same console
well,
on.
one guy
and-
actually had a thermal camera that he
yeah.
used to actually take photos of the
Who
console.
just has a thermal camera?
Well, he
Weirdos.
works for a technology website. It'll be in the link dump. He actually
Weirdos.
shows the console after
Yeah.
30 minutes. Yeah, trust me, there will be a
Not
link.
to say, I do
promise.
want a thermal camera just because
I just want to
reasons,
like
Yeah.
look at farts.
that is a good reason.
Well, he took
there was
photos of
more.
it. It showed the inner console 30 minutes after playing Killzone Shadowfall. That the internals of the console were the estimated temperature was about 114 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is
What's that in real
Over
temperature?
40.
That's I
100
think
degrees
that's
Fahrenheit's
45, 46 degrees Celsius.
Yep.
Which is not bad considering the size of the console, the fact that it has the power unit
That's not
inside
very
the
high.
console.
Normal.
That's well, okay. This is me going because I have no idea with consoles, but from a guy who uses a PC that runs
Mine runs at 40, my PC.
mine runs
Yeah, but
at
yours
40 or
also
50.
sounds like the Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah, I can turn that off, but I don't want to.
That is true.
Yeah.
Mine's fairly quiet compared to his. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
mine runs usually at about 40 to 50, but the optimal for my graphics card is something like
80.
between 55 and 60 is like there. Well, actually no, that's not optimal. That's like minimum. So
Yeah.
mine actually runs cooler than it should.
Well, also
So-
the new ATI R9 series graphics cards, like they're big beast cards that are taking on the
Titan equivalent.
Titan, yeah. That's running for like $200 cheaper, and its optimum temperature that it sits at is 90 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. So you could cook food on your
Oh yeah, you could cook food
I-
on your graphics card. So look
That
for a
just to-
range
it's-
of
it-
graphics card grilled steaks in the future.
See, to me, it's great when that stuff is there because you're sitting there, and in my head, I'm sitting there going, my computer is running hotter than it has ever run before, and yet
Yeah.
apparently this is good. Like
Yeah.
it's taken me years to get my head around that because, like, when I see my graphics card temperatures like ridiculous, and I'm just sitting there going, is this. What
Yeah.
do I do? This is way too hot. Then I'm like Googling it and they're like, yeah, optimal temperature is about, 5 degrees higher than what mine's running at. And I'm just sitting there going, what?
Shit.
I can't touch my fucking tower at the moment. What is wrong with these people?
Actually, of course. What about your tower? Why did you buy that behemoth?
Because it is gorgeous and amazing.
I have
for
a
cabling.
question.
Yeah.
Why did you buy that behemoth when you open it up, it has enough space to land a fucking 747 in
That
it?
exact
Yes.
reason. How do you know I'm not going to need to land a 747 in my computer in the near
Wait,
future?
I'm,
fuck's sake.
there is a high chance of that being a possibility. So I won't say that you shouldn't do that. However, you would probably be better off getting an airport.
Cable
Yeah.
management and everything about that is.
I will admit, the
Pick-
cable management
pick-a-partable.
and
Yeah, that did
having
look really
having
nice.
some space in it is very nice.
It cost less than the one I was looking at, and it had everything.
but you've
It
run
also
into,
had
you've run into the same issue
soundproofing
I have.
half inch
too heavy.
thick.
Yeah, exactly. It's because of the soundproofing.
Yeah, and now we can't do any little lands here because you refuse to lug around the fucking
It
Goliath.
weighs more than, and that's saying something.
She's fat.
She's a huge bit.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to beep her name, aren't
Man.
I? Stop saying then. Shit.
Yeah. You should stop saying like just said.
Fuck.
God damn it.
Fucking cunts.
Not gonna lie, put that on yourself. Put that on yourself.
Okay,
You know what?
I admit
You know
it.
what? I have an ending for you. Crow. There's your ending. It's because we love you.
Oh, I'm gonna be beeping for hours.
No, I'm going to be beeping for hours. There's a difference.
Okay. Well, anything else you guys want to bring up?
Steve Ballmer's
Oh yeah,
thing
yeah, you
I
just,
read before.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the Microsoft
Because
guy?
he's stepping down as CEO, which everyone knows.
Yeah,
But he
it's-
is a goddamn champ, and he was stating the reason that he's stepping down is because he believes he's part of the problem. And,
Yeah.
well, what was it again?
Well, he was saying that
He's
there was,
part of-
he's part of
The
he's only
cycle
part of the
or
problem
something
because
like that.
He's
part of the pattern.
That's the one.
yeah.
Yeah.
They've become stagnant. I think is probably
Yeah. And so because he confirms that he's part of the pattern, they want to change up, so he is happy to leave. And
Yeah,
he's
which,
just
which,
awesome.
as you mentioned, like it's a pretty boss move to be able to go. You know what? This is my job, but it's still kind of better for me to go.
Usually you find that CEOs will walk away blaming everyone else or
Oh,
blaming
yeah.
blaming at least something else. Which, to be fair, in some cases it actually is something else.
Yeah.
and it's not actually them.
Well, for Steve Jobs, it was cancer.
That's true. He walked away into a coffin. So
I don't even think he managed to walk away.
I think he kind of fell away. Pretty much.
Coffin.
But he did it while making a new iPad. So that was the important thing.
Because that's what the world fucking needed.
Yeah.
Okay, and to wrap up, you guys.
It is sad to see
had
such a great
week
mind leave.
to think on this.
We had a day and a half. And most of that day and a half was spent drinking.
Well, then you should
Most?
be really good at this. Okay, the topic is, what do you hate that everyone else loves?
Inception.
Okay,
Yep.
Fucking
do it. Oh, why?
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 How much time do I have?
You've got
2
3
minutes.
minutes.
The movie's shit. Okay, no. Now that I've said that, I will.
You have
I
to
will
stand
back up
by
a
that.
second. I will back up a second and say the
Back that
movie
off.
is average and a bit long and a bit boring in places. Even though it's actiony, it's boring action. The
Okay.
movie, the best thing that came out of that movie.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, I was able to finish Angry Birds on 3 stars on 26 levels. I did that through that fucking movie.
That was an impressive movie.
Yeah, I could not bring myself to just sit there and keep watching it.
Yeah.
Like the person I was watching with kept fucking pausing it, being like, "Are you interested in? Do you want to keep watching this?" I'm like, "Do you want to keep
No,
watching this?"
I'm
And they're
not.
like, "Yeah, I would like to finish it." And I was just like, "Keep going, then. I'm fine. I'm just fucking doing this." And I seriously and I did watch it eventually, again
So
to
all the
try and
music
actually
was
watch
just
it.
being punctuated by blah.
Yeah. No, it was pretty much that. It was that sound that they make when they hit the pigs die and everything. Just that compared with this huge bassy boom every so often. Really gave it an atmosphere in Angry Birds that it doesn't have without it. But seriously though, that movie. And that's the other thing. Everyone tells me that the ending is so mind blowing because you just don't know and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, they cut it off, and that's it. There's no, you don't know if it's this message saying he could have been in there. No, it's just they went, there's a top spinning. That's it. There's no you don't know or anything like that. It's that they literally did that by cutting it off. That's just forcing it. And I'm like, it's just not that good a movie. And personally, he's done better. That's the thing. All
right, what did he do that was better? Name it.
The Island.
Is it?
The Island.
Are you talking about Leonardo DiCaprio here?
No.
No.
All right, well,
Okay, for one.
That's who I was fucking
The
talking
Island.
about.
That was Michael Bay with Ewan McGregor.
I don't know. I thought we were talking about Leonardo
Scarlett
DiCaprio.
Johansson.
Leonardo DiCaprio isn't even in that.
Wait, no, I'm thinking of Shutter Island.
No,
Yeah,
you're-
you probably think
you're
It's
thinking
got the fucking word island in it.
You're thinking Shutter Island and the beach.
No, he was in Shutter Island, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was in Shutter Island.
Yeah, that's
and
what
a
I'm
movie
thinking of.
called The Beach.
Yeah, I never watched that one. That looked terrible.
No, I was talking Batman guy.
Batman guy.
Nolan?
Sorry, help
Christopher
me.
Nolan?
Yes, Christopher Nolan.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Him. He did Inception, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm remembering that right? Yeah.
Yes.
He also did, I believe, was it Memento? No. Was it Memento? What's the one where he's got the memory?
Memento, yeah. Yeah.
That one. That is probably my favorite Nolan film.
It's because of the shirtless Guy Pearce, isn't it?
Yes. And tattoos.
Okay.
No, that movie for me was of that similar vein of
What the fuck?
it's that film that is not
It's kind
not
of
an ordinary
experimental
film.
cinema.
It's a bit of an experimental film, and it actually I feel like it succeeded where Inception wasn't. But
Okay.
Inception was fucking talked up to be this amazing film, but I think it was kind of made out to be that because of all these cool effects, I will admit the making when they're in the dream world and she's being told she can do this cool stuff to construct
And
it.
yeah,
And all
and
this
then
thing.
just-
By the way, spoilers.
I think
where
you
she makes
spoiled the
the-
fucking end of the film before you decided to say spoilers.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't give a shit. But where she makes the whole fucking road go bend up and shit,
Yeah.
that is really well done and really cool. But that doesn't mean the movie's good, because you know what else had fantastic effects? Avatar.
Transformers.
Avatar was a really very cool 3D
Looking
film. Shit though, it was pretty much Fern Gully and Smurfs got together
Okay.
and made a fucking film.
All right.
So I mean,
Okay, so closing comment.
fuck anyone who says that movie's good.
I feel like saying it just now to just instill some more rage.
No,
in
I
me.
actually don't care when people say it's good.
Okay.
It's when people tell me I'm wrong for thinking it's bad.
No, it's bad.
Thank you.
Same.
All right, well, he's
so it's
got
Fight
your
Club.
There you go. There's a.
Now,
And there's shots fired.
There's shots fired. No, I actually do somewhat agree with you on that one.
Ready? Ready?
I just have, yeah.
You ready?
Do it.
I hate Pokemon.
Thank you.
I know.
Thank you.
I don't. No, I hate the TV show. I always have.
That's
Okay, the
understandable.
theme song
Ash is a
I'm
fucked
willing
up.
to give a bye to.
Nope. Just
Oh.
it can all go.
Oh,
the
he's
whole
going-
thing. The games, the first one I played, really enjoyed because it was pretty cool. But then they just started making 50 bajillion of them, and then suddenly 150 Pokemon is now 1 million or something.
It's actually pretty close. No, there's 700 odd, I think now. Or like somewhere between 600 and 700.
It's
we
not
get
that
an
I hate
official
it.
number?
It's that I hate everyone telling me that I should be playing it and it's the greatest thing ever, and then I say no, and then they tell me I'm wrong. Same as you in Inception.
Yeah, I absolutely understand.
So I hate it,
will admit,
based
I am
purely on
a
that.
big Pokemon fan.
Actually, the
But-
TV show I've always hated, though, that just to be fair.
I
It's
actually-
way too many puns. Way
Yeah.
too many puns.
See, it's funny because I don't mind the show, but now that the Pokemon Origins anime thing's come out, which is like a 4
I
episode,
was reading about that.
yeah, it's a 4 episode, basically anime, sort of like a movie more so. Like it's one of their weird. We've got it as 4 episodes rather than just one full length movie.
Yeah.
With that, that makes me wish they had just made an anime like that for the entire show because it's not fucking following a retarded trainer that pretty much gets given badges rather than this guy actually earns them and and the fucking battles look awesome in it.
But you're coming from the point of view of a Pokemon fan.
No. I'm coming from the point of view of an anime fan. Like, I think regardless of if you like Pokemon or not, if you just watch these Pokemon fights, they're fucking really well animated and really cool looking.
I can beat that for fights, though. Team 4-star Helsing abridged.
Well,
Even
yeah,
better
but
fights.
that's fucking awesome, and that's Helsing. Helsing is a fucking awesome anime. But that's my point. Like,
Cowboy Bebop fights Trumbull.
oh, that's true. That is true.
Oh,
Cowboy
okay.
Bebop does have some fucking amazing
No,
fights.
Helsing, because bitches love cannons. That's why. All right, so, of course.
Fuck Pokemon.
Okay.
Don't like it. Pikachu's a wanker. Bulbasaur sucks dick.
Pikachu's awesome.
And fucking Squirtle is a porn star.
Just because he blows hard.
Just because he blows bitches. With his porn star.
He does a tail.
I don't know. I fucking hate it. Do not like. Do not like.
All right.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, no. Fair
I
enough.
choose to think you're an idiot.
I know.
No.
You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm glad we have come to a decision.
No, I actually, it's funny. I do agree with you in certain aspects of it because people really need to stop trying to make other people like Pokemon because that actually makes my wanting to play Pokemon. Everyone has a fucking opinion about it. I'm sitting there going, I like your opinion. I like that you have an opinion, but you can kindly go fuck yourself so I can play Pokemon.
All right.
So I do actually agree that those sort of people can go fuck
Okay.
themselves.
Well, my one, I think you guys are going to hate me for it. Valve.
No, I
I
actually
agree.
don't
No.
like Valve.
And
Suck it. You had the complete opposite reaction than you were expecting.
Shit.
The only good thing they did was the original Half-Life, and then it's just turned
I don't
to
even
shit.
agree
No,
with that.
it's not the games.
For the time.
No, guys, it's
Not
not
even.
It's not the games. It's more the fact that what's fucking happened to the games. They are more concerned with
What
their,
games?
Yeah. Right now, there is nothing coming out. Okay, Dota, I'll admit. Okay,
Dota's
you've got a
not
game,
a
but
game.
that's not your game.
No.
You didn't make that.
No, they
you
stole
just
that.
got the guy who
But see,
originally
that's
made
the
it
thing.
and remade it.
Valve is, to me, no longer a games company.
And it's a software delivery company.
Yeah.
And
it's a
the
distributor.
The biggest thing is Steam OS. They're saying, okay, we're going to make little Steam boxes and you can have them hooked up to your TV.
I
Motherfucker,
fucking-
I've already got one. It's called a fucking Xbox 360. Why
I
not just
fucking love
port
Steam.
that shit and make it work on there?
I love
do
the
love
idea
Steam.
of Steam, and I love the ability and the money and everything.
I love Steam not because Steam is awesome, but because I've seen what EA and Ubisoft have
Oh,
tried
yes.
to do.
I've
I kind
dealt
of
with
turn
that.
around and I go, okay, after dealing with Origin and the Uplay,
Yeah.
go fuck themselves play.
Oh, yeah. That was
After dealing with
test
them-
of patience trying to play Far Cry 3
Oh,
with you.
mother of fuck. I just wanted to burn everything down and just the entire company, everyone with it. Like, after dealing with those two as a program, going back to Steam, I'm just like, holy shit, this program does everything I need it to. Oh, I can install a game and play it? Holy shit! You know, That is something I kind of look for when I'm getting a game distributing software.
Holy shit, there's people actually playing this.
Oh.
I can fucking do shit.
See, I don't use Steam. I download all of my things through the company's website. So I prefer doing it that
I
way.
actually do that now if I
the
can.
company's website?
Whoever it is, so whatever company.
That
so
said-
through Blizzard, even though they don't go through Steam, but I'll get it through the Battle.net site. Or if it was
Well, now they have that fucking...
Terraria,
Yeah, they'll
I'll
do
get the
Battle.net.
exe from the Terraria website. Like, I don't run
To
it
be-
through Steam.
To be
Okay.
fair, I
like
do that with, like, I mean, I like that about MMOs.
Yeah.
That is one thing I like about MMOs. I mean, because I'm going to be forced online anyway with an MMO. Well, not forced, but like it's an MMO. I
kinda
should
need
probably
to do
have an
shit.
internet connection if I plan to play with people or the game. But that's what I do like about MMOs is that usually it's a matter of getting an installer, and it's great because I don't think I've ever run into the issue except for maybe one where I could just literally grab
Copy,
those
paste the
files
client.
and
Yep.
just copy them straight over and they would just work.
Yep.
That's one thing that I've always loved about MMOs. And I mean, all it takes is that I've got some sign-in credentials.
Okay. Well, yeah, that kind of makes sense. If you're going to be offering an online game of that breadth, it should kind of just be very cut and dry.
It's
like
yeah.
that.
I mean, that's something
cool.
they usually do well.
But my issue is just the fact that I'm yet to see a game that Valve is developing that I'm actually giving a shit about. Portal 2, okay.
Nah.
It was all right, but it wasn't as great as the first one. That was just a bit of the
Portal
the
2
old
I didn't even like the first
lightning.
one.
It was lightning in a bottle. You either liked it or you didn't.
Yeah.
And that's just the game it is. But I want to go back to Left 4 Dead. I want some fucking Half-Life.
You and zombies. You know what? You know what? You know what I hate that everyone seems to fucking love?
Zombies.
Zombies.
No, I don't like zombies.
There is too much zombie shit these days. I'm fucking over it. I'm actually mostly impressed with fucking COD because they turned around with COD Ghosts or whatever the fuck
Just
it is.
went aliens.
Yeah, and I mean aliens. The fact is,
Is aliens?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's aliens
Fuck
instead
yeah.
of a zombie thing. And the fact is, zombies are so fucking bad now that jumping to aliens seems original to me. That is
Zombies.
impressive.
Zombies are the
Because
new Nazis.
It's just, yeah, it really fucking is. Like, I'm fucking tired of zombie games. I'm tired of zombies, and I'm tired of zombie movies, films, shows. Every fucking thing has zombies in it now, it seems.
Oh, yeah,
I'm waiting
Walking
for
Dead can
Glee
go
to
suck a
do
dick.
zombies. And I'm fucking over it. I really am. And I'm tired of them. And if Valve does another fucking zombie game, I will fucking hate them.
But you'll still play it.
No, I actually own Left 4 Dead 2.
Never played it.
Never fucking played
Neither.
it. I installed it, then I uninstalled it, and then someone was like, "You should install it and play it." And I was like, "All right, I'll do it." Installed it, and then I got halfway through. I got halfway through the installation. Was like, "Why am I doing this to myself?" Uninstall. Pause. Delete content. I don't even know why I own them. Hey, like I think people gift them to me. And this is the funny thing. I don't own them because I don't want to. own them
Wait.
because I don't
There
want
is
to
an
play them.
exception to your love of zombies.
If you say Dead Island, I'll kick you in the
No,
face.
no. Terraria.
Yeah,
It's full of
Terraria.
zombies.
Terraria, I love, not for zombies though.
This is because they're wearing funny hats.
Yeah.
No, I mean that is actually killing a zombie with raincoats is pretty good. But
So Glee has done a fucking zombie thing.
Well, there's a
I was joking.
Glee recap. Super Bowl episode aims for a zombie double rainbow.
What the fuck?
In their defense, they were doing Thriller by Michael Jackson.
Still zombies.
Yeah, it's still zombies. You're going to go kill the cast of Glee now, aren't you?
Why? They're killing themselves.
One down.
Too soon?
To be fair, he went out the way he lived, riddled with drugs. No, there's a great one. I can't remember what the joke was about it. Because what did he die of? What was it?
Overdose of some
overdose.
description.
But what drug was it?
Heroin?
Oh, that's right.
think it-
Yeah.
I want to say heroin.
No, I think it was heroin because they're like, they were like, the heroine of this story or something like that. Yeah. Like
No more zombies.
I'm just seriously. I mean, the Terraria thing, like that game has more than zombies.
Yeah, it's got funny hats.
It's not it's not revolving
It's
around
got funny
zombies. It's
hats
revolving
and
around
you
funny
bouncing
hats.
around the fucking place like a maniac.
and a
Yeah.
ninja.
Or digging to the center of the earth.
Oh, it's just worth it. You need to do that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually yeah. I like when us doing stupid shit. It actually works out, and it actually works better than what they recommend.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I've taken over too much. What?
No.
what was
No, it's okay. We got to it. Topic's done.
Okay,
So
good.
have a breath. It's
No.
okay.
Breathing's for the weak. Now, what am
So
I
what are you
breathing
going to
for?
get your oxygen now through? Like
My
photosynthesis or-
Osmosis.
Yeah. My ranting. It's like I've got lungs, but they just work on ranting.
Okay. Well, that was pretty much going to be the end of the episode here. But what I want to do is just kind of tease a few little things that are upcoming. We're not going to say much about it, but
My dick.
The one thing that should be not teased an actual full blown like frontal nudity
yes,
is there is a brand new website
yes,
that I am currently
Sorry,
building.
did you just say noodle-tea?
I did say noodlety. Oh, we have to censor it
It's
for the
noodle-tea.
children. Censoring it for the children. And so,
Yeah, fuck the children.
do we have time? So,
Are you a priest?
new website that I am building very slowly, but that will have all content, all posts, all interviews,
All the information.
all penis, everything, 24/7 penis. Contact, everything like that. And that
Yeah.
is www.theoverindulgence.com. If you
Yes.
can't spell that, then you don't deserve to be going there anyway.
yeah.
And-
the podcast will be up there, and
We will also have a YouTube channel
we've got a YouTube channel and a few other things that are upcoming with it
that I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Neither can I.
I set all this up and then I fucking hated it because YouTube's
Yeah.
a cunt now.
Yeah, don't worry.
Wait, Twitter and Facebook for people to like because it
Yeah.
helps.
And feel free
Yeah.
to actually throw us a message or ask a question. Any questions or any comments or thoughts that you have will be read out, and you will be belittled if you hate us, or belittled
no,
if you
no,
praise
no.
us.
If we can I throw it out there so that we
Yeah.
actually do get some questions? Do we do them anonymously so they know who they are, but no one else will?
Oh,
but then we
I'm,
give them
I'm
shit?
more than willing.
Yeah, sign it off. If you want to give your real name, do it.
Yeah.
But
Say
if
as
not,
much as
sign it
that,
off
yeah.
as
Sign
a
it
fake
anon.
name.
Yeah.
Not a non because everyone's fucking a non. Sign
Yeah.
it off like I am Corthel and you are
Yeah, I
Mr.
get
Beeves and you're.
Fuck you. Goddamn son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, we should stop doing that. Getting really angry.
Yeah, do that.
you
Sign it off
guys.
with either your real name or a fake
B.
name.
Seymour Butts.
But don't do anonymous because if you do, you can
Yeah.
get fucked, and I'm going to lump you with 4chan because you're a wanker.
Yeah. And
Well,
just
I'm a
come up,
wanker all the time, but that
come up
doesn't-
with some interesting names.
Yeah, like Google McSnuffy butt. Just
Yeah.
something fun.
Titty
Yeah.
McShits fucks.
Yeah,
Dick hurts.
dick hurts.
My yeah, you know.
Or write a book with it, like Nail in the Banister by R. Stornoway.
Yeah. Done.
Yeah, if you send us stuff, questions or comments or anything, fuck it. We'll read it and we'll also get onto it. And you can contact us all at podcast at theoverindulgence.com or just go to the website. Everything will be up there.
Really
you
should
can just
check that.
do shit.
Or at Gmail.
Fuck you.
I now need to
No,
get
no, no, no,
beep at Gmail just to make sure that we've got that.
No, actually, feel free to contact Beeves at Mr. Beeves, that's MrBeaves at theoverindulgence.com.
I will promise to send back a message to everyone.
Yeah, I agree.
If it's the words "fuck you," then it's not my problem.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, there's two different types. There's a podcast group, and there's actually a specific contact group, which is anything that is not podcast related. So
Yeah, but
website,
that's for us.
channels.
Yeah.
No, the
If-
contact group is for external access.
Okay.
It's just contact at the Overindulgence, and that's regarding anything to do with the website, the YouTube channel,
yeah.
other stuff, penis.
Penis. There's lots and lots of penis. So instead,
Am I getting text?
Yeah, no, keep talking. That's okay. Just act like this is normal. It's
free penis.
okay. This is fine. This is
I-
what?
okay. Well, we get.
Yeah, no, what you were saying? You seem
well-
distracted for some reason.
We're going to sign off, but with this, the ending song will be the lovely Developers remix by Steve Ballmer because
an actual
he's
remix?
a boss. So that'll be
So happy for that. That is
wait,
until we
you-
pull the
you
finger out of our ass and get legitimate intro outro.
yeah. That'll
well-
be done by some boys over Christmas, and we'll be
Wherever it
plugging it
happens.
up when it gets closer.
I'd prefer to even do it before then, but you know,
Well,
it's
you
a matter of
wait then. You'll just have to wait like everybody
it
else.
takes a little bit of time depending on how lazy we are and depending on how easy it is to do what we need to do. But we're not going to give anything away of what it is.
Yeah.
So,
Although,
you know.
if you listen, yeah, the remix is currently starting right now. All right, so thank you guys.
Thank
And
you.
That's it. See you later, guys.
Developers.